You're right, Nobbeds. It's Paddy here. This episode was recorded a month ago. It's taken me ages to get it done. I've had loads of people moaning at me. I've been ill, Lou's been ill. It's been a bit complicated, but it's finally here, and we're going to be doing a 2-part series finale after this. Yeah, I can't believe there's actually people messaging me saying what's going on because they've been waiting for it. If you're waiting for this, what does it say about your life? Anyway, enjoy.
Warning. This show contains some strong language, poor taste, and general ignorance by a couple of knobheads with nought better to do.
Like, come on. For fuck's sake, let's just get it over with. Welcome to Never Mind the Baldness. Here's Paddy and Lou.
Pretty well set in my ways. Don't fall for the latest craze, it's a scam. Not as sexy as I once was. Don't care about cool cause I'm a no.
Hiya. We're here again.
Here again. So, what episode's this now?
Episode 5, sort of, because we've had 2-part ones.
Yeah.
But this one's just going to be the 1 part, and then we'll have a bit of an update next week about what's going to happen, I think.
And I should have the fanzine finished. Just a few things have held us back, like trips to Lytham and
Yeah.
places like that.
Yeah, you were there last week, was it?
Yeah, lovely. Little weekend away.
With Yvonne again, yeah.
With Yvonne, of course, yeah. Yeah, because she won't go abroad. Otherwise, I would have gone abroad.
Right. We've been talking about going abroad, haven't we?
Yeah. We'll keep that.
We'll keep that under wraps, yeah.
Under wraps, that one.
Yeah.
And it'll be a good little break.
It'll be a whole new level to the channel, the YouTube channel thing, won't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so Lytham was good. Went to a little Italian restaurant there called Un Momento.
Mm-hmm.
Got a pizza, not like the Sinead pizzas in Newquay.
Yeah.
Not like them at all. Nothing like them at all. Yeah, they was fucking rotten, them robbing bastards. Anyway, they was called Board Masters then.
All right, we're naming them. Good.
Shame and name.
Yeah.
Name and shame.
Yeah.
I had like a spicy salami, like rocket salad on it, mozzarella, tomatoes, all the little bits and pieces. Oh, and what was it? What's that?
What is it? What type of thing is it?
It's like a fish.
Anchovies.
Anchovies.
Oh, with salami.
Yeah. It was all spicy like a chili. It's well nice.
Yeah. What is that sort of thing you eat when you're in one of your Italian holidays?
Eat anything.
Eat anything?
Yeah. I like Italian food though. It's really nice Italian food.
Yeah, you can't knock it really, can you?
Pasta, I love all that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, just lovely.
I remember the other day that when I went to Rome when I was about 14 or something, and it's one of my mum's big birthdays because she's like Catholic and actually wanted to go see the Pope and all that sort of thing. And my brother had a pasta, this little like, it's all little small size streets and that in it.
Yeah.
And stuff. And he had this pasta and he lifted up the pasta. It was a massive like pile. Lifted up the pasta. There was like a lamb skull there. It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. He was disgusted by it and I kept getting it out and like putting it in his face.
Yeah.
Like that. So they probably cook it with that. It probably gives it flavour, but I mean, you shouldn't leave it in after. I don't think.
Oh yeah, it's a bit scary, isn't it? But it's probably tasty.
Yeah, I felt it was like a mafia. Like,
yeah, the horse's head.
Yeah,
God,
letting him know that they're coming.
Yeah, our mate Mark.
Oh yeah, your mate Mark.
Mark Willie Williams.
You've
been to Latvia. Yeah, for 4 days. He didn't think it was nice. Here's the message he sent. He sent with all the pictures again. Went here the other week, Riga in Latvia for 4 days. Got smashed and can't remember much. The only saving grace was the Burger King across the road. Beer was strong as fook.
I wasn't expecting that. I don't know.
Is all the food that you can try and everything else, right? I mean, you go somewhere, you try the food, don't you?
Yeah.
I do it all the time, me. I don't go away to have a full English breakfast. He sent a picture. As you can see, food was shite. As you can see by the plate, I had chips and beans because the food was shite.
Right.
That was it.
I didn't even think, where's he found that? How can you get chips and beans in?
I know. In Latvia.
We should have him on. We should have him doing one of the when in Rome trips one day.
Yeah.
On here and see how he handles it.
Yeah.
Make it dead weird. Go back to Addis Ababa.
Yeah, so what have you been up to?
Well, I've been keeping track of the YouTube stuff.
Oh, yeah, so you have.
We've been promoting it and things. And today, I never thought in a million years we'd reached this milestone by now, because I was hoping by the end of the series that we would. But we've reached over 10,000 views on the channel.
It's great, isn't it?
Which is like, that's the big one that I wanted and that we both wanted. Yeah, so the latest, it turns out everybody just wants some Louis love.
That's not a problem.
1,200. Oh no, I'm saying it's great.
Yeah.
That was all we needed the whole time. All you need is Louis love. That's what they wanted to say. 1,250. It's something like that. It's mental, that, isn't it?
If I may just cut in, fellas, because Paddy took so stupidly long getting this episode out, almost 5 weeks. The stats are a little different now. You actually now have 21,684 views on your channel, and the previous episode about Louis Love has 8,640 views alone. I've listened to it 3,000 times.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I'm well pleased. Are you?
Yeah, buzzing. I think, we can do more things and keep expanding it, whatever. And, it's exciting that. It's nice when people are paying attention to what you're doing. And
yeah, good. It's good. It's good.
we're putting a lot of work in.
We was talking last night as well, weren't we, about other little projects that we got lined up and we've got in mind to do.
Yeah. No, this is a good platform to, like, people get to know us and then they hear about other things that we're doing and whatever.
Yeah. Plus, in the future as well, we're going to get people on who we've worked with in the past.
Yeah.
On little projects.
We know quite a lot of characters, don't we? Like,
we do, yeah. And I think it'll be good for this podcast if we get different people on and just have chats with them.
Because we said when we started this that it was going to be like, we've obviously like got some features, whatever, and we've got a couple today. We'll talk about that. But it was always kind of, we're going to just try new things a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be always the same and whatever. That's why we try introducing new stuff. And so if we've got people on, just see how it goes and whatever, and expect the unexpected.
Yeah, definitely.
All the time. Apart from today when we're doing 2 that we've already done.
I know, yeah. Well,
people voted for these though.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So we put up a poll thing and people voted as the features that they wanted. It was a pain in the ass because it was tied for ages. So it was so unhelpful at first because no one was helping me pick. And I was like, I'm just going to have to choose again anyway, one of us. I've not seen you for, it's probably not even that long. But yesterday I came in to catch up about Lytham and talk about this. And we had a little on the buses marathon, which I never thought I'd say in a million years. You had it on in the tea room, didn't you?
Yeah, it was good.
On the buses.
On the buses, I'll get you back there.
Yeah. It's, I was just, because you were cleaning up or something when you were leaving, I was just sat here just watching it for ages. And I was like, oh, what's he doing there? And then we were talking, he was pissed up on the episode, wasn't he?
Grabbing women and everything.
Yeah, I know, oh God, it was bad, like really bad. But and they were trying to like sober him up. They're trying to sober him up, weren't they?
And justify to the boss.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't drunk.
And it was like, we were talking about it for ages, going, that mash ain't going to sober him up. They gave him a plate of mash to try and like absorb it. That's not going to do it. It's like, oh my, he's not going to let him drive the bus, is it? And it was like, he's not driving the bus that we're getting on. It was like, it's TV. And I was like, I can't believe I'm invested in this. I do feel like I go back in time when I'm talking to you. We talk about cold jacking on the buses and what?
You know what? This morning I got up and I put the TV on in the kitchen like I usually do, getting all my dad's meds together and everything else, doing his sandwiches for the day and all that lot. I put the TV on, ITV4, at 7:20. You know what they've done?
No.
Took Kojak off and put the Professionals on. It's Bodie and Doyle, innit? Professionals. That's not the real name.
I've never seen that either.
You never seen it?
No.
I used to watch it all the time as a kid, but I think I preferred Kojak.
Right.
I'm gonna write a strongly worded email to him, telling him how disappointed I am in ITV4 at 7:00 in the morning.
You know where ITV's based now, don't you?
In a Salford,
Media City, yeah. We could go protest outside.
Oh, that'd be a good idea.
Round up a load of bald people who'd stand outside.
Oh, that'd be good. Get a flash mob together.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Yeah. That would be a great publicity stunt.
Flash mob, but you can only be bald.
Yeah. We all dress like Kojak.
And put banners with we want Kojak back outside ITV.
Throw lollipops at the
That'd be good,
Headline TV.
Yeah, just shout, Cracker!
We all do like the signal with his little withered finger.
Yeah.
It's like that's like the secret group signal. Yeah, yeah. throw little toy rats at him.
Yeah, nodding his finger off.
Fucking weirdest thing ever. That. Something I was watching the other day was there's this channel on YouTube. It's called EWU Bodycam.
Right.
And it's really good. It's like they get all tapes from CCTV footage in police stations doing the interrogations.
Oh, yeah.
And they get all the body cam footage from the police when they're arresting people. And
right.
It's really good because you see stuff that hasn't been released before. So I think they make a shit ton of money from it. The channel, it's like a proper, it's almost like a TV channel. It's not like just like us. We set it up and just doing it.
I'm going to have a look at that.
But there was this one with this lad, I think it was in Cincinnati in America, in Ohio. And they got this report of this lad going about in like a tiger onesie or something. And he's just breaking into shops like...
Tiger onesie?
Yeah. And he's walking about and they're getting reports of him everywhere. But the shops were like, do you know, like at the fort, they're like the massive ones.
Yeah.
And he's breaking into them. And it was dead random places. One of them was a restaurant. And then it was the pet shop, the big, like a massive pet shop thing. And in America, they're not very ethical. They have dogs in the pet shop in like cages and stuff.
Do they?
Yeah, it's really bad, really fucking bad.
Like on Tib Street, early 80s, late 70s, with the pet shops on Tib Street.
Is that what they used to have? Yeah. There's still one there now that sells lizards or something, isn't there?
That's at the top, that, yeah.
Yeah.
But halfway down, on your right-hand side, it used to be called Walter Smith's Pet Shop on Tib Street, and he used to own 2 shops. They're still there, the shops, but they've changed them into cafes now.
This is in the Northern Quarter in Manchester. It's quite a trendy, like hipster place.
But I used to work down there. There's a butcher on Tib Street, and they were still there then. And I'm going back to like 1980, and they had like little puppies in the window.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and all sorts, cats in cages and everything in the windows.
Right.
And they just kept them there all night.
Fucking hell. Yeah, so that's what they did in this. This was at night after the doors shut. They were like, oh, there's been a break-in in the pet shop. He smashed the front window in and got in. And the police went in, and when they got to the car park of the pet shop, a load of the animals were just in the car park, just having a wander about. But it was dead funny because there was 3 dogs, 3 little puppies, and then 3 like parrots or something, all just stood next to each other, like in a line.
Yeah, wait.
Like waiting. And it was like they were looking at the police like, oh, thank God you've come. It was so weird. But like they weren't going at each other or anything. It was just like they just stood there like, it's like, oh, there's been a right bloody incident. Thank God you came. So they're all wandering about, and the police are all like trying to like get the birds and try and round them all up. And everything.
I'm glad you come. I was frightened to death. I didn't know what was going on, and I'm out here in the cold now.
And then they were saying, oh, it looks like some of the animal things are empty. And they're like, oh, maybe they ran away or something. And then they get another call saying that they've spotted this guy somewhere, and they said there was gerbils like popping out of his pants, and so we've seen him like this, and they're like, what the fuck? And they gave this description. They saw the CCTV from one of the places, and they said, oh, I know who that is. And they said, that's Matthew Pancake.
The gerbil snatcher.
Yeah, fucking man. And that's actually his name, legal name. That's not, it's not a nickname. It's Matthew Pancake. And they managed to finally track him down, right? And it's one of the most surreal things I've ever seen. You got the police going, roll over, Mr. Pancake. Where are the gerbils?
What's this on that body cam thing?
EWU Bodycam, yeah.
EWU.
But it's really good because you get the interrogations and that as well. You see all that and stuff. It's really well done. But that with Mr. Pancake, please don't tell us the gerbils are where we think they are, Mr. Pancake. And so they just cut like his trousers, and there's just all these little just gerbils just running out of like his trousers. So bizarre.
Out of his tiger onesie.
Yeah, out of his tiger onesie thing, whatever.
Oh, God.
When they turned up to the shop where they found him, he was asleep on the bench. He
had a right night, mate. Gerbils everywhere.
Yeah. And it was like the fact that the gerbils were their heads were like popping out of his top of his pants, but enough that people could see it from a distance. What's that? Is that fucking gerbil? Going out of that guy's pants, Matthew Pancake's pants.
Oh, God.
Like a kid's book, innit? Matthew Pancake has gerbils in his pants. I just couldn't believe it. So we've got 2 features for you today, the ones you voted for. We've got the return of the Bald of Fame.
Yeah, I like that.
And the Gospel According to Lou.
Love that.
Yeah, people did love that one. Clearly, because it's the most listened to episode out of all of them. It was nice. We had a few people contribute and that. Say some nice things about you.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Bald of fame. Fuck yeah.
Another night, another Bald of Fame.
Bald of Fame gets
ceremony.
in. Yeah.
I really like the sort of glitz and glamour of it all. Got the moisture on the red carpet because there's no air to catch from the sweat.
All right.
the hot
Yeah,
lights.
So it all just drip.
The screams of like the photographers because the flashing light goes and it bounces back in. It's like a solar eclipse when it comes back to him.
It's like a flash off a welder.
Yeah.
You can't see for ages.
Everyone remembers from last time. I've heard his name more times than I thought I would in my whole lifetime. But you inducted Kojak.
Kojak, yeah.
And we've said him about 3 times in this episode already. It's my turn this time. It's a little bit, it's not, there's no rat snoring hands. There's no, what else did he have wrong with him?
He had cavities.
Oh,
Because he was
cavities.
sucking lollipops that much.
So mine's a woman.
Right.
Because the Bald of Fame don't discriminate.
That's right.
And, there's plenty of bald women. I'm not inducting that Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's wife. Anyway, so my inductee to the Bald of Fame this week is the late, great Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah.
Who I think is truly one of the most genuinely brave artists in music history.
I think she was a great singer.
Amazing singer. The sirens that just went, I've got nothing to do with Sinead O'Connor, by the way. It was just a coincidence. Unlike Kojak, she went bald naturally. She shaved her head.
Well, that doesn't matter. That we can still go for that.
No, it's part of the story. It's interesting because do you know why she shaved it?
No, go on.
Because the record label, when she'd signed, were telling her about how they wanted to look and like about the way to do her hair and stuff like that. So before she went in to record the first thing, she shaved her hair off in like a protest thing to say like, fuck you can't tell me what to do.
It's good that.
And she just kept it. And it was like pretty iconic, wasn't it? Like, but I loved that. It just sums her up, that about how defiant she was about everything. And she lived like that.
She sang with Ian Brown, didn't she, on that World Is Yours?
Yeah.
World Is Ours, is it?
Illegal Attacks. The album with World Is Yours, yeah.
World Is Yours, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good song. That was about
yeah, it's good.
Israel and America and us dropping bombs on Afghanistan and everything, wasn't it?
Good album.
Really good album. Probably the last good album that he did.
She did a lot of duets, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she was good on loads. She did.
Yeah, she wrote a lot of her stuff as well, her own stuff, didn't she?
Most of it was, yeah. Obviously, like, she did Nothing Compares to You, which Prince wrote, but,
yeah,
her version's the one that everyone remembers. She had an awful life leading up to that, because she sent to one of the Magdalene laundries in Ireland, which I don't know how many people know about them, but because we were talking about it, you know about them, don't you?
Yeah.
Basically run by nuns and mainly nuns, and you would have like priests there and stuff, but it was the nuns that were like horrible, and it was kind of like trying to be like reforming like what they like considered like troubled teens or something, but it was basically a workhouse. They got them just like literally, it was like slave labour in there, because they were getting them to do all the jobs and everything, and then they were kept in awful conditions, and they were basically just like abused and treated like absolute shit.
I watched a
and weren't allowed
film
to leave.
in the early 80s called The Magdalena Sisters or something.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'm sure it was called that. Good film. That was about the laundries and everything.
So one of my favourite albums, it's got one called The Lion and the Cobra. It's a debut album. It's got a song on it called Troy, and it's about her mum. I think her mum had a lot of mental problems and whatever. That's probably where she got inherited some of it from. But this Troy, and basically her mum wouldn't let her sleep inside, made her sleep outside in the garden. Yeah, made Sinead. And like she said, and it's all about like she'd look up in the window and see her mum in the bedroom window, like getting ready for bed and everything, and she'd be sat there like just freezing outside.
It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah, it was really fucking bad.
Yeah.
She started speaking out about the Catholic Church at a time when it wasn't considered all right to do so, because they always say that in Ireland, when the British left, the Catholic Church took over in running the country, basically.
Right.
Which is kind of true because they had so much influence. But yeah, she spoke out about it, and then she went on Saturday Night Live, the American sketch show thing, and she performed. And at the end, she did War by Bob Marley.
Oh, yeah.
And she sang that, and it was just all like candles around her. I think when she did it in the rehearsal thing, she ripped up a picture of like a dictator or something. But when it came to the actual broadcast, because it is all going out live, she ripped up a picture of the Pope.
Right.
And she said, "Fight the real enemy." And
It didn't go
up.
down too well, did it?
No, it didn't. She got death threats all over the place. She was basically like blacklisted from a lot of TV and everything. And, you know, it was just this campaign of hate started against her, especially like in America. But like,
There was a lot more said here, but Lou thought Paddy was going on and on. He just sat there staring at Paddy judgmentally, as if he resented every fiber of his being. I mean, I'd have rather heard more about Matthew Pancake, but mainly because I don't like people praising women.
Melania must really want that money because you're an absolute asshole. And if it was me, I'd have divorced you a long time ago.
Right, you've said how good she is now for quite a while.
all right, fine, I'll stop it. But you're bringing me the fuck down now.
Why?
Glory be to the second coming, Lou Beckett. He's a great God, beautiful God. This is the gospel according to Lou. They're saying it's a cult, but I think it's fantastic.
So here we are, gospel according to Lou.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Oh, that's good. I like that. So I talked about last time a little bit of that Netflix series about how to become a cult leader.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've been looking at that just to see what the process is for setting up a good cult. And the one the other day was about growing your flock.
I looked at the wrong link though, didn't I?
You did, yeah. Yeah, and then tried to blame me for it and then realised it was your mistake.
Wasn't it? So I turned it off after 15 minutes.
Yeah, and you got the wrong fucking thing because you didn't pay attention to the photo. You
Yeah,
know,
I just typed in grow your flock.
there's other people that we talk about moaning about not paying attention to things, and I thought you'd be better than that, but apparently not.
Right, yeah.
But
Consider I get up in the mornings at 5:30.
Yeah.
I can do a full day's work.
yeah, no, you
I
do.
don't lie in bed all day like you scratching my balls all day.
Yeah, no, you do get up early, my friend. So it was about Jim Jones. A lot of this one, the Jonestown thing, which a lot of people know about. It's one of the more famous cults in it, where they moved to Guyana.
Yeah. Yeah,
And there was
I've
the
heard of
mass
that one.
suicide. That's where the phrase "drinking the Kool-Aid" comes from.
I've never heard that phrase.
It's like believing everything that you're told. It's like doing whatever someone tells you, because the Kool-Aid thing was like had cyanide in it. You know, say a politician says something,
Yeah.
people buy into everything he says, but it's all bollocks. But they believe it no matter what. That's like drinking the Kool-Aid.
All right.
I think I've used that right anyway. So he used to do like faith healings and stuff, which was all just mental, because obviously like that doesn't actually work. And one of the things that it said was that they'd get one of his loyal followers. He just started, like Jim Jones just started making up diseases that people had, and he'd say, "You've got cancer" or something like that. And one of his loyal followers, he'd put his hands on him and he'd be like, "Oh God, you cured me," whatever. And then he'd spit out something, and it was supposed to be like, "Oh, he spat the tumour out."
Yeah.
But they said it would just be like a chicken bone or something that he'd have in his mouth before.
The
and spit it out.
giblets or something like that. Giblets out of a chicken.
If anyone-
Giblets from Tesco's.
He said if anyone, yeah, that's what it was, yeah. If anyone got too close to what he'd spat out, he'd tell the guy that he'd say, "Right, if anyone does that, you have to just swallow it again," because they can't see what it actually is.
Right.
Because everyone would realise it's bollocks.
Yeah.
Bit weird, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But I suppose you have to, don't you? Because it's, what else are you going to do? You're not actually great, are you?
See, I wouldn't go around doing that.
You won't want to put on a bit of a show to get like,
No.
not like that, but would you not? But that's how you get people in.
I'd have to worm my way into the magic circle then, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
You know, to become a magician, like to do illusions and stuff like that.
Yeah. Are you into that sort of thing?
Oh, I like magicians, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like looking at card tricks and all that.
Right. Is that how you do it? You do card tricks?
Yeah, I do like, you know, the little ball underneath the cup.
I'm sure, yeah, that'll bring in the
That'll
thousands.
bring them in, that.
That'll bring in the thousands.
Brings them in on London Bridge.
I've
you
seen-
know, all the immigrants there to make a few quid.
Money, yeah.
And there's a load of them come round, all gather round. I'll go, "Come on, my children, gather round.
Yeah.
Watch this."
Is that what you call your children?
Children.
Yeah,
Come
you
on.
do call them that?
No, not really.
Luite's quite good.
Luite's not too bad, yeah. But
Like
Luite's-
Beckettologists.
That's the easiest one, that. Beckettology.
It makes it sound like academic as well, like you're coming at it from like like you are a genius.
Like a PhD point of view.
Yeah, if only they knew, eh?
The what?
If only they knew what we sat talking about. You don't need to be a doctor of anything to talk about the shite you come out with.
Me?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't talk shit. Don't talk like that to my congregation.
He starts off with a wig, right? But it's a very good wig, Hollywood level quality wig. And every time he does a sculpture, a piece of art, you make sure this wig has like a couple of hairs falling out. Then these people are gonna think, wow, he works so hard that his hair falls out due to the stress of performing for the people.
I think that Lou is exactly the sort of person the British people should be praising because he's right about a lot of things. To be clear, and definitely not a racist. Anyway, back to Jim Jones now.
One of the things that he didn't like the idea of other people in different parts of America having more followers than him. So we travel around everywhere.
Chat Nickham. Hey.
Well, sort of. Almost. He'd go different places and then turn up and he'd do all his little chicken trick. and then they'd be like, oh, fucking hell, the chicken.
Chicken trick's ace, mate. It's better than Eve's chicken. Eve's was shit. He didn't even use a chicken, he used a pigeon.
Then he'd say, oh, come back to California with us, because he bought all these buses. And then someone would be like, oh, yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, and they all end up in San Francisco or whatever. When he'd go around, he did what's called code switching. It's like he'd talk differently depending on where he was. The phrases he'd use and that use sort of like dialect. Like, say, if he was in the Midwest or whatever, he'd kind of use words that they'd know because it's like, oh my God, he gets us type thing.
So if I was to do that, right, as like forming my old cult religion and everything, and I had to go visit somewhere, say Liverpool, I'd have to talk like a Scouser, wouldn't I?
You don't have to do the accent. Like I don't know what they say.
La.
Yeah, they say stuff like that, yeah.
All right, la.
Going to Liverpool, though, that would be... I don't think they'd buy into it. If you're a
man.
If you're a man, yeah. Yeah.
Or going up to Newcastle, trying to nick some...
I can't understand a fucking word they say, anyway.
Oh,
so,
aye, man.
Yeah. You can't... Yeah,
You know
I think
what I
that would drive more people out than it would bring in.
Yeah.
Lou should go on his tour just in the most random place. Take him to Venezuela. Take him to Mexico. Take him to Brazil. Make sure he doesn't speak a word of their language, but parade him like a prophet, right? He goes there in this wig, and every time take him to a different country, he leaves a piece of hair in this country. In each country, right? He just leaves a piece of hair there, right? And what they do, they collect all this hair and they start to rebuild the wig, and they start to believe that this wig will give them the artistic power of an artist, of a sculpture maker, of a painter, of a wordsmith, just like Lewis, right? That's how he's going to draw him in, with his charm, with his charisma, and his artistic ability, right? And the scam, I think, well, I mean, all of it's a scam. You know, he's actually bold. But I think the big part of the scam, because you've got to make it global, when there's enough people that have a piece of this hair, you make sure Lou goes around, he starts to put on eBay, he starts to put it on bidding sites. Listen, this hair does have performative properties. You can become an artist, you can become amazing, you can own your own tea room if you like, for a very small fee, for the lock of hair. And you tell the people you can't recreate the one-to-one Lou Beckett hair unless you gather all the materials for the wig. So then people start going on journeys, expeditions to find pieces of this wig. And then, once they've got, 3 to get, 4 to get, you hike the price up. 500 quid for a piece of hair, 6 grand for a full lock of it. Boom, boom, boom. People collect the wig, and then eventually you get to the very end. He says, listen, it was all a test. It was all a test.
Did they put it in that I'm not a fucking racist? I'll see the arse off those slafford lefty pricks if they haven't.
I wonder if it'd change you. I mean, it
How do
would.
you mean?
It definitely would change
Power.
you. Yeah. It would. How can it not? I don't think. But whether it's for better or worse, I don't know. Right, okay. Yeah. Considering some of the things we were talking about yesterday, I'm not convinced that you won't start running scams.
I never scammed anyone. I never scammed anyone.
No, you didn't make... No, but...
I was doing good stuff.
Yeah,
Because I was just getting it cheaper.
It was videos, wasn't it?
It's what?
Videos.
Yeah.
They can't do you now. Statute of
I've
limitations.
already been done for it.
Oh, yeah.
So they can't try me twice.
Right fucking operation. I've never heard anything like it.
What?
the way you had all the video players running in the house recording in different bits, and you had someone there putting the new ones in and whatever, and then just them all stacked up. It was like a fucking library at Warner Brothers.
Yeah, 6 coppers in the house.
That's taking the piss at it.
Yeah, 2 on foot, 2 in a car, and a van.
I thought you were going to say horseback.
Yeah. And then another van turned up. I was only trying to earn a few quid.
Yeah.
When I was younger.
You could use some of those skills to get money off your followers.
Yeah, that's a thought, yeah.
And I'm not convinced that after time, you're thinking, God, I'm putting a lot of effort into this. I need something back.
I won't think like that. That's just not me, that.
One of the things that they said was getting people to stay in the cult was by making people chip into stuff. So they felt like they were invested in it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Type thing. So he built like a communal living. Oh, no, actually, no, that's bollocks. He didn't build it. He got them to build it.
Yeah.
And they had to pay for it as well. You could have a nice little house.
Yeah.
You think?
My mind's going all over the place.
I know, yeah. That's the worrying thing, that it could end up getting out of hand, this, but it becomes an actual thing. But yeah, so they had that, and then he'd just get them all coming around, just, like doing whatever he wanted him to, like fixing stuff, whatever.
That'd be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If something went wrong with the plumbing.
Yeah.
And like Joe Bloggs, who was just joined, he was a plumber in his previous life.
Yeah.
As his like working life.
That's
yeah, mate, you used to do plumbing, didn't you? Come do this for us, and I'll make sure you get a seat next to God.
So we had like an inner circle thing, and a lot of the followers then, people in the inner circle, they all knew about the stuff that he was doing. But at that point, they were almost running it like a crime organisation.
Yeah.
So they weren't going to say anything. They wanted to keep being a part of that. And he got done for him. He went to a cinema. He got his cock out to the guy next to him, Jim Jones. Just took it out. And the guy next to him was an undercover police officer. But one of the people in his cult was a lawyer. And he pleaded guilty and everything, but he got the judgment like sealed, so that it wasn't released to the press or anything.
Right.
So, because it would have ruined him, that if that had happened.
Just a bit.
You don't get, yeah. I think that's a good rule of Beckettology, is that don't get your cock out.
No intention.
For all of them.
None of them.
No, none of them. No.
None of them.
Like that fella in the mid gardens when I went to that pub.
Oh, right, yeah.
Got his cock out in front of the barman on his way in. Yeah.
That's not good letting that, is it?
No.
It's not a good look, that, walking into a pub, is it?
No, that was where the police woman came in and asked us, would we all right?
Identifying his cock.
No.
If he was in a lineup.
I don't think I could. Unless it was like bent or something. Yeah, no, yeah.
Something like that. And he's the one who's done it. He's got a big smile on his face. He's getting all the attention.
Let's have a look at number 5 again. Mr. Nichols, you've been in there for 5 hours looking at this. We have to go home. 5 more minutes. We'll have another look. Would you ban anything? Would you have anything that's
young people?
Young people.
I want allowed to drive up until he was like 25, because when they get in a car at 17 and 18, they're a load of fucking knobheads,
right?
Like driving around like the fucking boy racers.
Music blaring.
No, just boy racers, just dickheads.
No, but it's the same sort of person, innit? They have the windows down, music blaring.
Well, yeah.
They have the like shitty little things done up on the car,
cutting you up, cutting in front of you and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I won't let them. That's. I'm gonna write. I'm gonna look into this proper for the next episode.
Yeah.
And write a list down. First commandment.
Right.
Is not allowing young men and women under the age of 25 to drive cars.
Right.
Yeah. Also, them little electric scooters.
Yeah.
Knobheads on bikes with balaclavas, electric bikes.
Yeah.
That'd be banned. Fireworks.
Yeah.
Fireworks. Fireworks all year.
Yeah.
You can't have them up until bonfire night.
I wouldn't even have bonfire night. It's pointless.
I don't know. Well, that's a thought as well. Yeah. The Christmas decorations, 12 weeks before, 12 days before Christmas and 12 days after Christmas.
Right.
That's when they should go up and that's when they should come down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not...
Oh, because you're a part of Christianity, aren't you, in a way?
Not like a month before, or even in October when they start selling all the stuff for Christmas. In fact, I've seen it in September in some stores.
This is a very personal example for
that'd
you,
be
innit?
banned up until 12 days before.
Right.
Putting any decorations up.
Shame we didn't video that because you delivered it in a very, I don't know, like authoritative way.
Yeah, well, I meant that.
I'm thinking that we might, the next episode, it might be time for you to do a sermon.
Right, okay. I'll have to look at some Gospels.
Right. So, as ever, it's been fun. We'll give you some more updates about what's going to happen. We've got a few ideas about what's going to be coming up for the show and everything now that it's growing a little bit.
Commandments next time.
Yeah, we'll talk about commandments and you'll be inducting someone the Ball of Fame. It might be a two-part of the next one because we can do Guantanamo Bay Beach. Because I like doing that. And I had a really good list of songs this week.
You took most of the time up talking about you.
Don't want it to be a short episode. But yeah, have you got anything else to say before we go?
No.
Right. Love you.
Bye.